Welcome to 10 Minutes, everybody. So, I'm having a little bit of a conversation over Facebook with a good friend, and he brings up a lot of good confrontational conversations. So, this one's about college and school loans. So, I really wanted to touch on this because everybody has their own perspective, but I think it's a really important topic, and we should be actually trying to influence what happens, or at least understand why what's happening is happening. But first off, everybody talks about a crisis and yada, yada, yada. Is there a problem? Yes. Is there things that need to improve? Yes. Here's some perspective from me, though. First of all, why is it so expensive? It's so expensive so that people will actually try, so that people will actually put effort in, and so that the teachers have people who want to be taught, and the people getting taught aren't surrounded by a bunch of people that don't want to be taught. That would be distracting. It would dilute the industry. It would dilute everything. So then, the other thing I wanted to discuss is, what's the risk? The risk for these loans and why they're so expensive and why it all has interest and all these things is because you can't take knowledge back. If you go to school and college and get taught something, you have that for the rest of your life. Now, if you choose something that doesn't give you profits, or if you choose something and the sector's diluted with too many people, or whatever happens to you, ultimately, you paid to get knowledge, you got that knowledge, you made the commitment to pay to get that knowledge, so ultimately, you should pay to get that knowledge. And they can't get it back. It's not like a car where you go get it repoed, or a house where someone comes and takes it from you. It's inside your head for the rest of your life. So when you commit to take that education, you have to commit to figuring out how to pay for it. It can't be an afterthought, but it always is. It seems like very few people actually think forward on this. So then the next thing is just basically, how should we move forward? In my opinion, we should better educate our kids in high school. It should be very, very forward. Do they want to pick a trade school and maybe not have much debt at all? Do they want to just jump into a career? What does that mean financially? Do they want to go and take big college debt? But if they take big college debt, why are they doing it? Are they doing it for a return on their investment? Are they doing it to just gain knowledge so that they can be a better human? Are they doing it so that they can take something for society and pull it forward and educate people and have knowledge of something they wouldn't if they didn't take school? See, the economy, our country, everything, it's a big balance, but two things that I want to point out. You have people who add value as far as infrastructure, being able to eat and survive, so on and so forth. And then you have people that add value to culture, lifestyle, how we all want to live. We want video games, we want different foods, we want roads, but roads are infrastructure. But we want certain things. As society, we want art, we want music, we want all this stuff. Some of these things aren't lucrative, though. So, a couple things. If it's not lucrative, but it's important to society, I think society should have a mechanism to pay for some of that stuff. But you should be vetted out solidly, and you should actually have to prove academically that you really are one of the people who deserve this. So then, on the other hand, there should be a return on investment if you're doing it so that you can have a career and a life. And if you don't do a return on investment for your college loan, which I guarantee very few do, that's something that's missing and should actually be implemented every time if you think that the reason you're going is to make money. You also have a hard time figuring out what you're going to love doing, so it's going to be interesting. What you go to college for maybe is your whole lifetime career, or maybe it's just a building block to figure out how to get to your next place, and it's the way in from your perspective. That's what college was for me. It was a way in to more successful life. It was a tool to get money to then create more money. So I did take a little notes on this, but ultimately, how do we fix it? We do a better job making sure there's services and grants and things to take care of the things that we want as a society for our culture. We make sure we educate people who think they're doing it for a financial reason and teach them about return on investment and how are they going to get that money back. And then we also just try to not have people go to college that don't belong there or aren't going to do anything with it. And make sure that the only people that are going there to take the classes, to do the things, to take the professors' times, are doing it for a purpose that's going to add value, and they can figure out how to pay their loan. Now, if you want to go to school for shits and giggles, and you're established and you have money and you just want to learn about something, perfect. Pay your bill. Go to college. Pay your bill. So this could be controversial. I'm hoping that I get some comments. Have a good Sunday. Talk to you all later.